What's good, guys? It's To Imagine, and I'm here ranking all the Fnaf games in my opinion. My opinion! I don't think they heard! My opinion! Alright, let's for those get into the video. Alright, look. I used to like this game before the update. Now this game is dead! I mean, literally, Illumix, the developers of the game, abandoned their own game. But for real though, the game doesn't have much to it. There aren't many characters. The mechanics are trash. And lastly, it sucks. Okay, so Fnaf World. Yeah, at first, it was a refresher from the 4 previous Fnaf games. Like, at first. But over time, it just wasn't that great. Sure, the RPG aspect was, a new approach. It was a little cool. But personally, I played myself, sometimes it was just boring. It was like too much of a hassle. These puzzles, going through that world thing. The bosses were relevant as hell. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't a good game to me. Next. Okay, look. The thing about Fnaf 3 was like, it wasn't generally a bad game. It's just dull. Like, okay, hear me out. We have one animatronic that could pose a challenge. And it does get a bit boring because you're truly only focused on one animatronic, and the game, it just isn't scary. We all see that booty jump scare. Like, Springtrap is an amazing character with good lore and amazing design, but he's like LeBron of the Cavs. He had no help. He couldn't carry this game any higher on this list. But it's okay, because surely in the other games he'll get better, right? Oh, never mind. But honestly, Fnaf 3 is a good game, but because he's so held back by other flaws, I just can't put it any higher on this list. And Fit to Mingle is a bomb! I know, yeah, I like that music change. I know how I had to change the vibe. Just a little bit. Cause now we're about to hit, we gotta hit the top 5 soon. So, we gotta like get the theme a little crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? For real, you know what I'm saying? Okay, boom. Security Breach was also something new to the Fnaf franchise, being larger and more open than your regular sitting office game. But come on, be honest with ourselves. Look at this. This game was not scary. Oh! And these bugs, they were actually done to the human eye. Bro, just look.
I don't know, you better stop! Bitch, stop!
And that's not even the worst. Like, peep this.
Happy feet, combo. That ain't Falco.
After that, the endings are a bundled up mess. Some suck, others are confusing, and then there's like 2 that are probably good. And that jump scare is horrendous. Just look at the jump scare and tell me that it's scary right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then to add on to the wreck, Vanny was a terrible antagonist. The trailer had more voice lines for her than the actual game itself.
Your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again. It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together?
I felt like Vanny could have been much more as an antagonist than she was in the actual game. She felt like a mob that just came in randomly that you just had to get past. She didn't really feel like an antagonist compared to somebody like Circus Baby, who was like a perfect antagonist for her game. I just feel like all those voice lines could have been imprinted to the game and made it way better. And most of the stuff in the game, in the trailer, isn't even in the actual game. But what does put it above the previously listed games are its beautiful map, It's mostly good character designs. The Easter eggs, one thing I give it, are really, really good. And I mean, some of the mechanics aren't bad. You know, Freddy was a good addition to help Gregory in the game. And I think the animation is better than most games that I'm gonna list next. Obviously, because it is a PS5 game. But that gives it a plus above all the other games. Okay, from this point, no games here are actually bad, because I actually like FNAF 6. I love all the characters.
Your eyes and that haircut. You know who this motherfucker look like, low-key? Look!
Okay, I like 3/4 of the characters. And the jump scares, they're a work in progress. But besides that, the lore, the ending, the mini games, the mechanics, the amazing ending again, the simulator, and lastly, Big Boy Helpy. This is a very good game. FNAF 4, the final chapter, is in my opinion one of the scariest, most intense of the FNAF games. Its element of using your hearing is such a plus to the game, and I actually like some of the designs like Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare Foxy. All the mechanics are good to me. The lore is good, and it introduces such an important part of the lore, the Bite of 83. There's also a challenge to the game, and there's even a Nightmare Fredbear on steroids. I like this game and the role that it has.
Nice and simple.
Off rip, FNAF Hub Wanted is an amazing game. It's cool, it's scary as hell, it's challenging and creative. We get introduced to new lore and glitch trap. That alone earns the top 5 spot. But hear me out. Toy Chica in 3D. No, for real though, besides that plush baby level being everybody's kryptonite, the levels are so fun to me, and the fresh VR experience is something that just boosts FNAF as a franchise. And the ending with glitch trap blocking you away was cool to me as well. This game deserves its spot. Okay, so I like this game, but it does have like 3 major problems. 1 is the PNG jump scares. 2 is not adding most characters, and 3, DD. But aside from that, it's like a nice challenge. It's like a final battle between you and the animatronics, but like you ultimately fail. Like I actually get clapped so bad when I play this game. It's actually surprisingly sad. Ballora. Yet the gameplay is fun when you get skillful, and those voice lines, ooh, some of them voice lines are just so good. And let's really talk about the lore in this game. It's so great in this game. So many hints and reveals. The 50-20 mode ending, William revealing he's in hell, Twitch Chica's new voice. But it is a fun, quick game to play, so it deserves its number 4 spot right here. We are now in the top 3. FNAF's location is an amazing game that brings something unique in most aspects, such as their new characters, their new story, the new gameplay, and the horror elements. It's a content-filled game that isn't just sitting off his game, and the customize a great way to challenge yourself, like the Golden Freddy Challenge. There's also the Ender Night and the baby mini game to get a different ending from the mainline story. Another plus to this game was Circus Baby as the main antagonist. As the main antagonist, Circus Baby was perfect. She manipulated us time and time again by persuading us with her plan, and in the end she led to getting scooped, falling right into her plan perfectly. And lastly, to add the icing onto the cake, the lore in this game was heavy. Michael acting being used as a disguise, Elizabeth being Baby, the fun times kicking out Baby to explain how Scrap Baby became to be, and the huge William Afton identity reveal. This game deserves its spot in the top 3, but the other 2 are just too good. At number 2, we got
Five Nights at Freddy's. That's where I wanna be. Five Nights at
FNAF 1 is perfect. It's the first game that started all of this. It's the beginning. There isn't anything bad to say about it. The animatronic designs are perfect. The horror elements are perfect. The office is perfect. And I think we all love this game. This could have been one if the next game wasn't just so goated.
Yo, what you watching?
Okay, guys, I have a serious question, right? Are pandas black and white? Or are they white and black? Let me know, because personally, I don't know. I need help. Like, I think you guys have to tell me. I don't know. It's time for the best game of all time! Yo!
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
FNAF 2 is just like FNAF 1. It's perfect in a different aspect though. The designs are beautiful for each character because it just fits. Look at the weather animatronics. Just a chef kiss. I don't know what Scott was cooking in that kitchen. And that jump scare noise is iconic. And that ambience is iconic. And then the change of the office with no doors but the mask. And then to add on top of it, the puppet and Foxy countering the mask. So you have that overwhelming feeling because later in the night, the animatronics keep coming. Then there's mini games. Then there's Easter eggs. Some of the best Easter eggs. They're all so good and goated. And to add each other in this game, let's not forget what we really love in this game. Toy Chica! Okay, so yeah, that's my list. Do you guys agree? Is there anything you would change? Remember, this is just my opinion, so please don't find me in the comments. And if there's anything else you guys want me to cover, just let me know. Remember to like and subscribe. And just imagine. You guys heard the way I just said imagine. I sound like a real YouTuber. Oh my gosh, bro.